Hi guys, welcome to the Medium Garuda show on A1R Psychic Radio. Well, I was just thinking, what should I talk about right now this show? Because there already were so many shows where I have talked a lot about some specific subjects. For now, I had to come up with another subject again, of course, to give something valuable back to you. Well, there are a lot of people right now who are on a certain crossroad in their life. So that means you need to make certain decisions to get through with your life to another point, to level up, for example. But there are a lot of choices, of course, you can make. Will you stay in your current situation? Or will you change your situation completely, move to another direction? Or are you going to choose some way in the middle? A little bit of your old experience and a little bit of renewal. Well, it also depends on your sensitivity because many people are really sensitive and they know that. But how do we deal with our sensitivity? That depends on your character and it also depends on your spirituality because you can be sensitive, but that doesn't mean you are spiritual. Those are the two handicaps we can carry on in this life. And I call that handicaps. And why? Because we need to live with those gifts we got from the other side. How do we shut ourselves off? Or how do we deal with certain situations? Well, that can be some challenge to you in this life. Why? Because a lot of people are acting different with our gifts. There are two flows, so to speak. The first flow is a kind of a person with a character, kind of practical. They know everything what's happening here on earth. They are very practical in life. That protects them of their sensitivity. So if they are having influences from outside, they're not really getting out of balance because of that. But there are also a lot of people who are very sensitive and also acting very sensitive and emotional. Well, those people, they are open to every emotion. And that means you are you can be very distracted by certain influences which you can pick up from outside. So shutting yourself off in a practical way is kind of easy. But if we are very sensitive and very open and emotional, it can be difficult to move on with our life. So to move on, we have to think like somebody who has some autistic tendencies, like the focus, like the control of your life. So if you focus at certain specific points in your life, then you can move on. And why? Because you create a kind of a tunnel vision for yourself. And if you are in that tunnel, like driving through a tunnel, if you are driving through the tunnel, you can see what's happening outside that tunnel. That's out of your vision. So you're concentrating to the end of the tunnel. That's where the light starts again. So that means when you have to go to another phase in your life, maybe you have to face a difficulty, but you end up in a clear area again. So keep confidence in yourself, keep faith in your future, and also keep faith in your capacities and capabilities because everybody can do it. Look at your environment, look at the people who passed away. Everybody moved on in a certain decisions with their lives. So that means you can do it too, of course. And yes, I see we have a caller, so I don't want to waste a lot of time of this one, of course, because giving a reading is my passion, and I would like to give the persons as much as time as possible. So we have Melissa from St. Louis, Missouri. Good evening, Melissa.
Good evening.
How are you this evening?
I am well.
Super. How may I help you, Melissa?
Yes, I have a lot of things happening in my life that are like the people I care about the most are
Yes.
like breaking off, fading out of my. I just don't fit in their lives, and I'm thinking that it's a positive thing instead of the negative that it looks like it is. And I'm just wondering if I'm right about that.
Let's see. I immediately get the confirmation of my spiritual guides because they give me the goosebumps when you're talking something what makes sense. So that means to me that you are having some struggles, you are very sensitive, you are also very spiritual. So what I just talked about a few minutes ago, that is some issue you are carrying with yourself right now. So that means when you need to move on with your own life, because it feels to me like your past was carrying about everybody else but yourself. So when you move on with yourself, you have to let go of specific situations. And that feels like people letting you go instead of you making the decisions to move on. But there's happening two things in your life right now. So that means the people, they can't rely on you anymore like they could do in the past. That means this period of your life, you are choosing more for yourself. That means those people who were in your life, they are taking some distance of you because they can't use you anymore. So I call it misuse in a negative way. You are choosing to move on with your life because it feels to me like you have a lot of things on your path right now which need some attention because you neglected it a little bit in your past. So
that's right.
You have certain choices. You can move on with your life like you are doing right now. So that's no option for you because that's not the reason for your call right now, because you want to make some change. So I also see a lot of change for you, but you can see the change right now because there is some kind of a mountain in front of you. And that mountain is not created by your past putting in front of you, but because you wanted to move on with your life, but you put your feet into the ground. The life pulled you further, and your feet created some kind of a mountain because you wanted to stop. You didn't dare to move on. But now I see a lot of emotional events in your current past. You are hurt. I feel some sadness. I feel resistance in your life. I feel, the sadness is very clearly in its appearance. But I feel like you want to move on. You would like to walk further. So you are not giving the resistance like I don't want to move on. But now you feel the resistance to move on because you need to make some changes which are new to you. So for you right now, you are trying to find out the wheel. And that's something you don't have any experience with that in your past experience because you really lived based on your experiences in that period of your life. And now you are saying, well, the experience I have, it's good for me, but it's life experience. I need to move on with myself. I can do it, and I will do it.
Yeah.
So to me, it feels like there is a bright future for you in the future. It is the near future. That means there is some period of time between now and your near future. So your near future, that means you have to face some struggles. That is the tunnel which I spoke about a little bit earlier. So you need to go through that tunnel. It is quite dark in that tunnel. And we have to create a light in that tunnel. It isn't there from itself. So you have to create some things. You have to build your own tunnel to move on through your own tunnel. But in the end, there is the light. And I see, because you already had a lot of struggles in your life, I see a lot of negativity in your past. I feel like you have a lot of life experience. So that means your tunnel is quite short. The only thing what's giving you a hard time is making the decisions. Because by making the decisions, you need to leave people behind. And that's a struggle for you because you have a problem with leaving things behind. That's a big fear of yourself. You feel alone. You feel like, oh, can I do it? Or when I don't have people around me, I don't have the support. Well, there already was no support in your past. So if those people are staying in the past and you move on, you create your own support because you create a period of time, you create some experience with yourself where you can see after like 6 months, in about half a year, if you then look back, you see like, wow, did I all do this on my own? Because I really get the goosebumps. So my guides are really confident in you and they really feel like you will do it. Not you can do it, but you will do it. You already made the choice, but you need to, yeah, you need to walk now. So it feels to me quite beautiful. There are a lot of changes. I feel some changes in your career. I see some changes in your love life. Not really changes, but more modifications, more adjustments, like giving yourself, making it comfortable for you right now instead of making it comfortable to everybody else. So to me, it feels like that's quite of a lesson to you that you've learned to guide people. You are very spiritual. You would like to help everybody else but yourself. But you feel right now that if you don't help yourself right now, you can't help everybody else in the near future. And did your mother or your grandmother pass away? It is your grandmother from your mother's side.
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel that there is a big appearance of your grandmother, and it is the mother of your own mother. She is very strongly with you. She is guiding you very strongly. Did you also lose a male person, like a father figure?
My husband. My husband is gone.
And it is a father figure to me. And why? Because that person, he had an attitude. It was a special person, and he's showing himself to me very clearly. He's a very bright energy. He's a very positive energy, but he's also quite dominant. Like he had to make certain decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband is very strong with you. It is like he is your father. So that means he is fulfilling a role which is very important. He is behind you. He is supporting you. And he is sometimes giving you a kick under your butt to move on. So you can do it. He has a lot of confidence in you. And your grandmother, she is supporting you. She is supporting you emotionally, and she is supporting you like spiritual, because your grandmother gives you your intuition. Do you still light a candle for your husband?
Sometimes.
Do you still light a candle for your husband? Do you send him the light?
Sometimes. Yeah. Not real often.
No problem. But I see that he accepts it and he sees it. So there is a connection. So move on with yourself and know there is support for you. They support you, but they are not physically here with you, but they are with you. So I hope I've given you some information where you can move on with, because we have to move on to our next caller.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. No problem. Thank you very much, Melissa. I wish you all the luck.
Thank you. I thank you so very much.
No problem. Thank you. So now we're going to Alexandra from Bucharest, Romania. Good evening, Alexandra.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I was sleeping.
Oh, yes, we are in the same time schedule, so no problem.
Yeah, no problem. I woke up.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yes. So how may I help you, Alexandra?
I'm trying to hear you, but I don't hear you too well.
So I think because my connection is okay, maybe, well, we should try. If you can't hear me, just give me a ring and then I will speak a little bit louder or more clear. Um,
Yeah.
would you like a general message or do you have a special question for me?
Special question, general. I don't know. Um,
Well, I can also
let's
see
let's
some.
go with general.
Yes. So what I feel about you right now is struggling. You are facing
Yes.
resistance. I feel sadness at your side, and I see a
Yes.
you are very restless. So you are very busy.
Yes, I am.
It's career, it's love life, it's family, it is your own energy. You need to comfort yourself. There is a lot in your environment which is giving you a hard time.
Yes.
And I also feel some kind of finances. I when I say the word finances, I close my eyes. So that means there are some things which needs to be solved. There is something going on with your career because you are a busy energy, but it feels to me like you are
Yes.
very. Yeah, do you work for a boss right now? Because I see a very restless energy. In Are you working part time or are you self-employed?
No, I'm employed. I have a boss.
Yes, but I see that your time schedule is a little bit restless, so you don't have really fixed schedule.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm working 14 hours.
Yes, that's it. So what I feel about you is that there is a lot of effort in your job. So that means you only have 10 hours left for your family and for sleeping and for the rest of your life. So
Yes.
that's very little time. Yeah, to give yourself some comfort and to give your environment the right comfort. But I also feel like you need to do this because there is a lot of responsibility on your side.
Yeah, I know. I feel this already. Tell me something I don't know.
Yes. Well, because you know is there will be some improvement in the near future. So I
Yes.
feel like, to me, it feels like because when something appears to me, there is a problem with that. So career, love life, finance, and living environment. So those four are connected to each other. So that means if we improve one issue, we can also improve many issues which are connected with your career because I feel
Yeah.
something changed in your career. You won't hold up in your career. You will change. I see a career change on your side.
You feel that? Sorry, I didn't hear you too well.
No problem. I feel a career change on your side.
I need a change. Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, there
I
will be a
know.
change. Yeah, you will change in the near future to another career. So you will have another career path. I see that you
Yeah.
will improve your time schedule will be more comfortable, so there will be more rest in your practical life. And I also feel that there will be an increase on your income, so you will earn a little bit more money. So with
Mm-hmm.
that in your future, that also will give you more rest because I feel a partner in your life. Are you related to a husband right now?
No, a husband.
But you have a
What
friend.
you what you've
You
asked
have
me? Because
you have a partner.
uh,
now I'm separated. I'm not married, but he broke up, and that's why you feel the sadness and everything else.
Yeah, but I also feel the connection because you are still connected with each other.
Really?
So yeah, he broke up.
It's hard to
but
believe.
yeah, I know. But this person who broke up, he is a very practical person, and he is also having a lot of difficulties
Hard
with
times.
himself. So those difficulties which he is carrying with himself is projecting on your relationship.
Yeah, I was right. Yes, thank you. One good news.
Yes,
My intuition
so
is working.
yes, so this person,
Yes, sorry.
no problem. This person still loves you. So
I
the
know this.
yeah, the problem with this person is that he needs to figure out where his problems come from because he is in some kind of routine in his life which he can't break. So he's stuck.
Yeah, this is, I know, I know. So I have a good intuition, thank you.
Yes, you have good intuition because you have a very strong spirituality because you can see very clearly. You are very clairvoyant. So that's I don't doubt your intuition because you are in your intuition only because of a lot of influences on your path and a lot of difficulties that forces you to your mind. So you are scared and you are hoping things are going well, but that's in your mind, it's between your ears. You would like to step down and you would like to be in your intuition. Step down and be in your intuition because I confirm you with this reading that your intuition is 100% bright and clear and there's nothing you did wrong. Your husband, your partner didn't do anything wrong himself, but his life gives him a hard time, which is giving you both a hard time. So you will meet up again. You will be together again, but it will take some time in the future. You need to take this time to improve your career. With improving your career, you will be more self-secure, more certain about yourself, and your partner will be more relying on you, and you will be connecting together, and your partner will solve his issues.
If this one, I will not comment. I will just listen, yeah?
Yes, of course. This will take some time because it only happened like a few days ago. So it will take some time, but keep faith and keep confidence in yourself and your situation because I feel your strength. You will and you can do it.
Yeah. No, like we are broken up. He broke up like we have 2 months already.
Yes, but it feels to me like it happened a few minutes ago. So keep faith in yourself, let it happen, and your future will be more bright than you think. But I also think I need to cut down our conversation because otherwise the producer will cut us down.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Alexandra, for connecting, and thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I thank all my listeners for listening to the Medium Garuda show this week, and I am hoping to see you back next week. Bye bye.